Hello, and thank you very much for joining us as we kick off this latest Diversity Project video initiative with some religion and culture videos. My name is Faisal Javaid. I work at Man Group. I'm head of investment risk for our fund of funds business. I'm originally of Pakistani descent and I'm Muslim, and I'm joined today by Lin Yu, who will shortly introduce herself. And we're here to, over the next couple of minutes, just tell you a little bit about what to expect in our video series of around a dozen videos talking about all aspects of religion and culture. Over to you, Lynn.
Thank you. So my name is Lynn, and I work at Goldman Sachs Asset Management, which I joined as analyst over a decade ago. Our role is to help UK institutional investors to achieve their investment objectives. But before my role in the city, I studied behavior science and behavior finance before I grew up in mainland China. And I was born after the one-child policy. Our life experience has been shaped by the unprecedented economic growth. And our story is synonymous with nothing but rapid changes. So like the 400 million Chinese millennials, we often carry the dreams of our grandparents and parents who didn't have the opportunity to fulfill this. And that journey has led me to where I am today.
Thanks very much, Lynn. And Lynn has a longer version of the video going into a little bit more detail. Please do keep your eyes out for that. But I should really talk about what the purpose of this series is. And we've all heard that we should bring our whole selves to work. And within that, there is a little bit of a problem in that it can be uncomfortable bringing your whole self to work if you don't feel you can talk about some parts of your self value, what's important to you in the workplace. And we know that for some people, religion and their cultural background makes up a large part of how they view themselves. There was a UK citizenship survey done in 2010, 2010, where everybody was asked some questions about their self-identity. And one of those questions was, how important religion is. Another was how important ethnic and racial background is to their view of themselves. And across all respondents, religion mattered to 22% of people, and ethnic and racial background for 33%. Within certain parts of the cohort, those numbers are a lot higher. And if I just pick on my background is I'm Muslim. If I just pick on the Muslims, so religion makes up 74% of a Muslim self-identity in this study, which is a lot higher than the average. And ethnic and racial background makes up about half, and it's the same for the Hindu respondents as well. So it makes up a large part of the self-value. And if it's uncomfortable or troublesome bringing that part of you into the office, we need to do something about that. So through this video series, we are inviting people from lots of different backgrounds, different religions, different cultures to share their experiences and some insights for colleagues. And I'll hand it back to Lynn for a little bit more detail in what we'll be covering.
Of course, and thank you for that. So for the video, we have 3 questions that we ask each person to share, with that intention about being open and then bring our whole selves to work. The first question is, who are you and what is your background? The second question is, how has your religion and culture affected your progression in the industry? And the last question is, what would you like the viewers to know about your background, culture, and religion? And then, so I guess, for me, for example, the examples that I share is very much about the squeaky wheels and the loudest birds. It is that parallel universe between my experience at work and how that is perceived by my colleagues. And the 3 things I want people to walk away with. One is having a different belief doesn't equate to lack of abilities. And 2 is really to challenge and examine what this ideal leadership is in your workplace. Because the more ways you deviate from that ideal, the more challenges you're going to experience advancing at work. And 3, with that in mind, we call to action to challenge that ideal, because we don't just want to have a seat at the table. If the table was only set up for a select group of people, we really want to change the table. And then other of the call to actions, I'll leave Faisal.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lynn. So, Lynn has some very specific calls to action that are applicable to her story. I think as a more general theme, what we'd like people to do is, of course, watch the videos, hopefully learn something from those videos, but really use this as a tool to start some conversations. Please do share. Please do use this as an excuse to get to know your colleagues better. If you work with a Hindu or you work with someone from a Chinese background, share the video and say, ask them is if this is their experience, and start that conversation. We hope this video series will be the start of many such conversations, and we're very excited to see how people benefit from this series. So thank you very much. Please do keep your eye out for the video over the next few weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye.